Top 10 animes where the OP main character shows his true power during a battle. Nobody likes a show-off main character. They should only ever show their true powers amidst a strenuous battle to the death. And today, we'll be talking about such animes. The top 10 animes where the OP main character shows his true power during battle. Well then, shall we begin? At number 10, Magical Warfare. A young boy named Takeshi is your ordinary teenager going about his everyday normal life. Though one fateful day, he encounters a mysterious yet unconscious girl while he was on his way to kendo practice. The man couldn't just leave her lying around, so he starts taking care of her. Finally, she wakes up and suddenly turns him into a magic user. Now, Takeshi is not your ordinary teenager, and he can't go about his everyday life normally anymore. He learns that magical users have always been among them. They live together with humans, all the while keeping their secret identity. Now Takeshi enrolls at a magical school, and just like that, his life as a magic user begins. Number 9. A dark rabbit has 7 lives. A young man named Toito keeps having the same dream. There's a vampire girl who claims that she has given him her poison, and it's not just his dream. He has gradually started hearing voices while awake too. Actually, she is someone he met long ago in the past, and she has always been in love with him. Though things happen. He lost his memory of the day they met, she gets taken away, but now, after all these times, their paths forcibly collide once again. Which direction will this story take from here on out? Toito is getting a couple of stupidly overpowered abilities, that's for sure. Number 8. Plunderer. In a world where numbers rule over everything, there is a young girl named Hina who seeks the help of Ace. Then there is a protagonist named Lichbach who is 300 years old, yet seemingly a young man. He mostly spends his days lazing around and peeping on girls. Despite the stupendous age gap, he can't keep himself from these immoral acts. Anyways, the man is overpowered, alright? Whenever there is an emergency and he has to protect Hina, he'll swing his sword and overpower them. Number 7. 07 Ghost. There is a certain academy that is built especially for producing elite soldiers. As you can probably guess, it's a military academy. The students all possess a type of power called Xiphon and are free to use it, though the nature of the power depends on the power. The protagonist named Taito is amongst the most skilled. He should have been on the path of becoming an elite, but gets constantly mocked by others just because he used to be a slave. It's even more frustrating considering how he no longer has memories of the past, though sooner or later he'll learn the truth, and then what would happen next? Number 6. Tales of the Abyss. The story takes place in a world where a series of prophecies decide what kind of future awaits the world. The people absolutely can't go against the prophecies, they have to come true. Sadly, in order to make another one come true, a magical war is orchestrated between two nations. The protagonist named Luke is someone who was basically doing his swordsmanship training when a woman appears and tries to assassinate his master. He barely manages to protect him, but suddenly Luke and her get transported somewhere else. After that begins a journey that will either save or completely destroy the world. Alright guys, a quick question here. What's your favorite anime awakening? The moments where a character physically and mentally surpasses himself and takes on a new transformation or awakening. Share your picks and it'll help me out with a future video. Also, like and subscribe, it's always appreciated. Well then, let's get back to the list. At number 5, Chrome-Shelled RECIOS. The story takes place after a disastrous apocalypse. Now, mutated beasts run amok in the world, and because of them, humanity is forced to live large mobile cities called RECIOS. The protagonist named Leifon used to be a big shot in the past. He was a Heaven's Blade wielder, and he committed many grave sins. Now, he is finally starting to leave the past behind and starting a new life, but soon enough, he is recognized by someone, and that someone just so happens to be the beautiful student council president. She tries recruiting him, but will it go smoothly? Number 4, Seraph of the End. This is a story about vampires who took over the world after a mysterious virus killed everyone over the age of 13. The children who are obviously alive get taken in by vampires, and from there on out they are treated like cows and goats, and their blood regularly gets feasted upon by these vampires. Amidst all of them, there's Yuichiro and Michaela. They, as well as their foster siblings, formulate an escape plan. Unfortunately, they get discovered by a noble vampire. He starts killing them all, and only Yoichiro makes it outside alive. There, he is discovered by the Imperial Demon Army. Years pass, and he is now a soldier, ready to make the vampires pay for what they did. Number 3, Blue Exorcist. The story takes place in a world where it isn't all that rare for a human to have a run-in with a demon. In fact, Satan himself came down, did the deed, and ended up having sons. The protagonist named Rin Okumura is his son. He continues his edgy teenage life. His brother is a complete opposite. He is the perfect young man. Their guardian is a very kind and caring, plus he is amongst the greatest exorcists currently on the planet, and it feels like he knows something about the kids that they themselves don't know. Well, I already told you who their father is. It's going to be one hell of a shonen that I tell you. Number 2, Drifters. In the year of the 1600s, the legendary battle of Sekigahara took place. Toyohisa is rear guarding his troops when he gets injured, but then the scene around him changes and he is supposed to open a door. He opens one and ends up in a fantasy world. The likes of Oda Nobunaga, Yoichi, Suketaka, Hannibal, and more are already there. That's right folks, this anime features real-life historical figures who have been isekai to a fantasy world. Now, they have to protect the nation from the enemy who is trying to eliminate them. Number 1. Gurren Lagann. The tale of a great man named Kimina and his dear sword brother Simon, that's Gurren Lagann. Raised in an underground village, Kimina always sought the surface. He wanted to go there and see for himself what the surface looks like. He is bold and courageous. Then there is Simon. He is a driller who basically drills all day. One day while he was drilling, he comes across a mecha. This triggers a turn of events which led to them ending up on the surface and fighting for their freedom. Each time they fight, they become stronger. Before long, a tragedy takes place and Simon has no choice but to grow into the man his brother always saw him as. That's all, folks. Now, what do you think about these great animes? Have you watched them, or are you planning on watching them? Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Press that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll personally reply to your comment. Also, don't forget to answer the question from before. What are your favorite anime awakenings? Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.